I'm going to say something and you guys might wonder, but think about this. Science has never, ever discovered anything new. That is absolute truth. And I'm going to tell you why. So, I want to read for today's lesson, right? I want to read a segment from my book, Answers from Within, Answers to Spiritual Guide for Finding Answers to Work-Life Issues. And it's very, I guess for some people, it'd be very controversial to say that science hasn't discovered anything new, but it is true. It is a fact. And I'm going to read a little segment here before I give you my tidbit for you to consider for this week. We're now, and this is, by the way, on page 46 of the book, we're now at a place in human history where we can apply our scientific knowledge to understand some previously unexplained aspects of the world. After all, isn't this what science is about? Remember, science doesn't create anything. It just explains what already is and deciphers how to use what we have discovered consistently and precisely. And if you recall in the last video about forgiveness, I was talking about Einstein. And that was the thing, because Einstein realized that there was no difference between science and God. And so he said, I want to know the mind of God. That was his ultimate thing. And for some reason, myself included, we were always sort of freaked out about science. We're like, oh my God, But really, for us to begin to understand life on the planet correctly, we really have to understand that the Creator made everything. And the most common example that people use is electricity. Electricity has existed from the beginning of time, but we weren't able to use it until we figured it out. And then we made it usable. We didn't make electricity, we discovered its existence. And that's the case with everything else on the planet. Now, this is important because, for example, when we talk about forgiveness, and I talk about energy, and I talk about releasing negative energies from your body, we're talking about what some might consider some scientific terms. But the good news is that God is not separate and apart from science. God is science. In fact, the word science, generally speaking, means knowledge. So it's knowing, okay? And if you know God, you also understand science. And so, for example, with forgiveness, we talked about energy, accumulating negative energies within your body, within your soul, whatever you want to call it, and then being able to release those so that you come into balance. Also on my website, there are a couple of posts that I made. One is, don't be mad at your circumstances. Recently, I did this one. Don't be mad at your circumstances because it only make things worse. Well, here's the thing. If you have mad energy, what are you going to attract? Mad. So the thing is to understand what you are as an energy and to make sure that you clean yourself up, and to be able to talk about God and spirituality in these terms is perfectly natural, because the Creator is the inventor of everything. Science is not separate and apart from it. The other post that I made, which is that it's on Instagram as well, and it says basically this is the best time for us as humans because we have access to more information than we have ever had in human history, and it gives us the opportunity to be able to heal and to understand life on the planet better and to function better. So don't let anybody freak you out about science. God is science, God is the Creator, and we humans, we mere mortals living on the planet, are just really trying to figure out what it is that God, energy, force, spirit did so we can use it. So don't be freaked out about science and learn to use it for your healing. I'm Olivia S. Benson, and that quote that I read was from Answers from Within, a spiritual guide for finding answers to work life issues. It's available on Amazon. My YouTube channel is Olivia S. Benson, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. And remember, don't be afraid of science. God is the creator of everything, and science just tries to explain what was already done. Take care. Bye.